Y'all, it's been a long time. Let me see. It's been a long time. I think it's been about a month since we talked. My last video was uploaded. The last time I looked, it was 3 weeks ago. So I think, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so the last clip y'all saw was the last, supposedly, was supposed to be the last update. But I was so, yeah, I went through. Your girl has been through so much the last month or 2 month, at least 2 months, month and a half. Um, the last 2 months. I'm just gonna say that because it was even before the last update. Um, your girl has been through some stuff mentally. I done been to space. I done almost been to hell. I'm just gonna be honest. And it's just been a lot. But I'm not gonna get into it. I've started a podcast, you guys. So I'm going to link that in the description. And over there is where I'll be discussing some of the things that I've been going through. Some are in real time, and some will be just like a overall general or cap, you know, of. I just recorded my second one. My first one was pretty intense. Um, and my second one, the one I just did was kind of. I recorded my first one a few weeks ago, and so the second one that I just recorded was kind of catching up from that one and how I've been feeling, and my episodes after that. But yeah, y'all, it's been real. So anyway, so since the last update, which is the last clip you guys saw where I was had just left my OB, I did end up sending a message to them. The nurse practitioner that sent me referred me, and pretty much just telling her I gotta find somebody else because she wasted my time. She didn't do what I wanted her to do, and blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff. And they never did respond. I think I wrote back a week later, and was telling her I'm following up. So the nurse um ended up messaging me back and said they forwarded forward. Anyway, they sent the message to um I'm still trying to figure out. They sent the message to the doctor and they was gonna get back on me. They never did. So of course I've been to urgent care a couple of times in between. They've always done a speculum exam. They've never checked internally like I've asked them to, like I've told them to. No one wants to do it. And I'm like, y'all keep telling me to come back if I have is that food? Y'all keep telling me to come back if I'm having such and such, but y'all are not. The only thing I didn't have was bleeding. I've had the cramping, I've had the back labor, I've had the contractions, um, my typical contractions that normally start off my labor. But they don't they don't check anything. They don't even do a ultrasound, um, abdominal to check, anything. So I just felt really defeated. Really, really, really defeated. I think I've been to urgent care since the last update. I've probably been at least 5 times. Uh, 1 week, the next week, and then skip 2 weeks, and then that week, and then so the last time I went, she told me because I started having, which is kind of go over my symptoms at the same time. So I've been having a lot of pelvic pain, um, a lot of Braxton Hicks. And then I've also started doing at least once a week whenever I will have the contractions or the Braxton Hicks, um, I would have like some sort of pressure down below and pain down below, and then I would just automatically vomit. So I would vomit from the pain, um, and that was happening at least once a week at first. Then it kind of got bumped up to like twice a week, and then kind of stayed there. So I've been doing that every week, probably since the last update. I don't know if I touched on it in the last update because I really don't remember what I talked about. But um, yeah, that's been going on. And what else? I've been having a discharge. They've been testing me for that, and they don't really find anything. The last time I went, they sent me a prescription for antibiotics, and I'm like, I'm not gonna like. I didn't have a urinary tract infection. I didn't have any type of infection, but they just keep on saying, you have a lot of discharge, which everywhere I've read, everywhere I've seen, says that's normal with the cerclage, especially with the cerclage. Um, so they keep feeding me antibiotics. I'm like, I'm not gonna keep taking antibiotics because then I have to worry about yeast infection. Like, I'm not gonna keep doing that. So the last time they prescribed me some antibiotics, they just prescribed it to me. They didn't find anything, but they just said, I'm just gonna put you on it. I'm not gonna do that because I had got a Rocephin shot. I think like 2 or 3 weeks prior to that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna take this. So they gave me the prescription, but I didn't. So and that was about 2 weeks ago, I believe. And so they basically was like, I told her, I said, well, listen, y'all, I'm tired of coming up here. Um, y'all keep saying y'all can't check me internally, but y'all keep doing a speculum exam every week. That can't be that much different than doing at least a transvaginal ultrasound once. Like, that's all like. I don't need y'all to do it every week, but I need y'all to do it. Like, I need to figure out what this pain is. I need to figure out what's going on. Like, I need to know if it's something going on that's causing me to have this pain every single, y'all, these flies, every single day. So like, I would rather them had done at least one cervical length check just to see, you know, what's going on internally. Am I funneling to my stitch? Am I funneling through my stitch? Am I, just anything? Do I have any infection inside? Do I have any sludge inside? Um, that way I will know. Like, if it's nothing going on, then I'm fine with sitting at home dealing with the pain. I have a high pain tolerance. So dealing with the pain will be easier if I know, okay, I've been having this pain for the last couple of weeks. There has been no change. Then I'm comfortable with waiting, instead of going whenever they say, if you have this, we need you to come in. I'm not going to keep coming in every week. And I told her, I said, I don't want to have to, I'm like, I told her, I said, I'm tired of coming in every week. And y'all telling me, um, I said, I'm tired of y'all telling me to come in if I had this. And then when I get here, that's all y'all do. I said, y'all are not doing everything. Y'all not exploring everything. I said, that's my concern. Y'all are not exploring everything. Now, if you have been exploring everything and if something's getting worse, then yeah, I don't mind coming in because it's different. You know what I'm saying? But you telling me to come in if this is going on. Then when I get there, y'all just doing the same old speculum exam. That's not that's not telling me what's going on the inside. It could be anything. And so she was like, I understand, but we don't want to introduce. How can y'all introduce any more infection with a transvaginal wand than y'all doing with these speculums and these swab sticks and y'all fingers that y'all putting up there? Make it make sense. So I ended up messaging some other doctors. Yeah, I messaged a lot of people. I told them, listen, ain't nobody doing what I want them to do. I told them, I said, if something happens, it's not gonna be nice. It's not gonna be nice. And they was like, I understand, Robert. One of the nurses ended up calling me and she was like, I got your message through the portal. And she was basically saying the same thing the other doctors been saying about why they don't want to do it. And I told her, I said, okay. And so she asked me about my appointment with the new OB. How did I like her? I said, well, she wasted my time. I said she didn't do anything. I said my appointment was originally for 11 o'clock. They called me, told me to come at 8 o'clock in case they had to do blood work. I said they didn't do anything. I said I got there at 8:03 and I left out. I said my appointment was 30 minutes and we didn't do anything. I said the only thing they did was check my urine and that was it. I said I feel like that was a waste of my time. I said, and then I need someone who's going to be proactive and not go against me when I say I need something. And she was like, yeah, I understand. And, I told her I said with my history, I said, I can't afford to sit back and do a wait and see approach. I can't afford to do that. And so she was like, okay. And then we talked about something else. And she was like, okay, so how about do you want to just stick with Dr. Campbell for now and see how your next appointment goes? I said, I'll do that. Because it was already getting close to my next appointment. No one is responding for me to get into with another OB. And I didn't want to keep pushing out. So I was like, okay, I'll see. I'll keep the next appointment, which today is October 30th. My next appointment with my MFM appointment is November 2nd. And then my next OB appointment with the new OB is November the 4th. So I have those appointments this week. So that was that. But as far as any other symptoms, I really haven't had any. I've had a few migraines, but nothing bad. Just put on my glasses and they kind of go away. Another thing that I kind of went through. So over the weekend, Friday, my husband didn't go to work, so we kind of hung out. We went to a couple stores and came home, and I did some cleaning. Thursday night. I cleaned my bathroom, which wasn't much, and then Friday we went to a couple stores, and then when I got home, I also cleaned the front living room. And once I got done, I went to the bathroom and I noticed if you've had a catheter or anything like that or any kind of procedure done, then you may know what I'm talking about. So like when you go to urinate, there's like this burning sensation or this stinging. It's not burning. It'll sting right when the urine first starts to come out. I had that. And I was like, what in the world was that? Because I kind of stopped it and then I let it go. And it was fine after that. So I'm like, what in the world? So then, no, initially I put it like this. So before I started cleaning up, when I got home, I went to pee. And there was like the tiniest, it looked like somebody took a needle, dipped the tip in some red paint or something like that, and put the smallest dab on the tissue. Because we all look at the tissue when we wipe. And so I saw that, but it was so small. I'm like, at first I was like, make sure this isn't like any threading in my underwear or something like that. So I was like, so I looked at it, kind of smeared it a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, that's a little tiny, tiny piece of blood. Flushed and didn't think anything else about it. Went to clean up. Then when I peed, that's when I noticed the stinging. I wiped and there was blood. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I sat there. My parents are here at that time. I didn't say anything to anyone. I kind of monitored myself. We went out, sat by the campfire. And the night went, it was okay. I noticed I had been having breaks and hits all week anyway, this week. In my sleep, I don't know if I've been having pain in my sleep, but I've been noticing myself humming in my sleep, like, like grunting in my sleep, all like for at least 3 days last week. I think it was like the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. I was doing it, so I normally do that if I'm having pain in my sleep, And so I noticed I kept doing it all night. And um, what else? My discharge has been it's been typical. Um, I've been having a lot of vaginal pain. So I had stopped my progesterone for like 2 nights because I just couldn't bear I just couldn't bear. I needed a break. I couldn't bear putting it inside my. Whew, I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I'm only on 100 milligrams, so which is not much anyway. I don't even know why it's only 100. Typically, people would do like 2 to 4. But anyway, so we went to bed that night, Friday night, got up Saturday, sat by the campfire, and I sat down all day that day. So then I noticed like probably about I think midday or something like that. Um, went to the bathroom again. I felt this stinging, so I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go again. So I wiped, and there was nothing on the tissue. So that was that. So then I went back outside, came back to use the bathroom again, and I didn't have the stinging that time, I don't think. But when I wiped, there was the blood this time. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't a lot, and it was like it was like a true red, like it was fresh, fresh blood. It wasn't mixed, it wasn't anything, and I did have like the blood tinged mucus, all of that as well. So I came out the bathroom. My mom was in the house at this time, so I kind of walked to the door. I wasn't gonna tell her at first, so I kind of stood. I just stood there and looked at her, and she was talking to me, and so she just stopped. She just started talking real slow, and I guess she noticed my demeanor. So I'm like, I wasn't making any face or anything, but I'm, just standing there with my hands on my hip, and I'm just like. So she was talking all giddy at first, then she gets to talk. She said, "What's wrong with you?" And so I thought I was like, I'm probably gonna have to go to the darn doctor. So she sat down, and I was like, "Why you sit down?" She was like, "Cause I need to sit down." And so I explained to her what was going on. She was like, "Okay." She was like, "So listen." She was like, "Are you hurting anything?" Blah blah. I'm like, "No." Um. So she was like, "Okay, well, how about we just watch it for now, and see, and if anything come up, then we'll go." And I agreed because I already didn't want to go because, like I was saying, every time I go, they don't do anything. Um, and I didn't have that sense of something was wrong like I usually do. But at the same time, this would have been my perfect opportunity to say, this time I'm bleeding. But it was supposed to be storming really bad that day. I didn't want to have to deal with that because I'm terrified of driving in the rain. And also, our capital city had a big game that day, and they are directly right there. And I was like, I don't want to have to deal with all of that. But y'all, if I had to, I would. If I felt like I needed to, I would have. But in that moment, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna monitor myself, and maybe I'll go later that afternoon. That at least give me time to collect some data about myself. Kind of when I get there, I say I've been having this. Because I just knew when I got up there, they were gonna just say it's nothing. But I did weigh my options, and I'm pretty uh, in tune with when what's emerging and what's not. So I kind of monitor myself, and for the rest of the day, I didn't have any more bleeding. I didn't, well, spotting. I didn't have anything else. My discharge dried up. And so I was like, okay, well, tonight I'm going to go ahead and do my progesterone just in case. So, fought through that pain and went ahead and did my progesterone. So I haven't had any more bleeding nor any more stinging with the urinating. Um, Baby has been pretty active still. So I was monitoring everything. But however, that Saturday, the second day that I did have the bleeding, I was nauseous all day. I think it was because I was holding it in from the time I ate breakfast. Like I wanted to throw that up, I held it in because I didn't want my mom to see me throwing up. That was before the second time I bled. It was that when I ate breakfast, and then I held that in. I was okay, and then we went outside. Like I said, came back in to pee, had the bleeding, had a little pain, and we went back outside. And then it started sprinkling, so we sat on the porch. We were just back and forth because it was raining. Then it stopped, rain, stop, rain, stop. So I was sitting there, had got me some water. I was drinking some water, and then next thing you notice, I got real nauseous. And this was after the bleeding. So I just couldn't. At that point, I couldn't hold it. So I run in, like I'm outside, and my mom looking at me like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I gotta go throw up." So I came in the house, and I just threw up pure water. I just threw up all the water that I had drunk. So that was it. I came back outside when I felt like I was done. I tried to hold it because I didn't want to go back hours and reach and get all them eggs and stuff. Like I didn't want to throw up that hard. So I had to force myself to stop and just try to keep the rest in. So I think that's why I was really kind of nauseous all day. I don't know. Um, but it was more often like usually I would throw up and I'm fine. Like I just fine. But this particular day was from the time I ate the first time, a little while after that, till evening time. So yeah, I don't know what was up with that, um, but it was from the pain that I was having that's on that nerve or that pressure or whatever it is. It's not. It's like it's real light, but I can feel it. Y'all know how when you get your hair done sometimes and they're really tight and it's like that nerve that hurt down there. That's kind of what it is, but it's like that nerve. It makes me nauseous. It just made me throw up. Some nerve down there. I forgot what the name of it is. But so yeah, I had the bleeding Friday and Saturday. Today is Sunday. I haven't had any today. I want to clean up so bad, y'all. Like I want to clean up so bad. But I just I'm like I don't want to go through whatever again. I don't want to have to go to urgent care. See those people. But like I said, I have been having not steady or constant, but sporadic Braxton Hicks throughout the day. For the last almost week. So I'm gonna try to make it to um I thought my appointment was Tuesday, but it's not. It's Wednesday. So I don't know how I'm gonna make it to Wednesday, but um like part of me does want to go in, but I like the bleeding. I haven't been doing anything else, but like I said, I've been noticing just weird feelings down there. So we shall see. I'm gonna monitor the rest of today and see how that goes. But other than that, you guys, oh, I've just been trying to stay to myself. I don't be talking to nobody, to be honest, and I kind of went through this whole thing. If you listen to my podcast, you'll understand. But so now it's just me and my husband, like we trying to work this thing out and keep it together. I've had like, I have this thing where I have dreams. So I did dream about the blood. Um, and if you follow my Instagram, you would have saw this as well. My fertility Instagram, you would have saw I posted this. But like I make notes of what I dream about in my phone. So like I had dreamed about, it was a little less than 2 weeks ago, and in my dreams, I dream about certain things, and if they come true, it'll happen within 2 weeks. So I did dream about the blood, and I also had a dream that I was gonna go into labor around 28 weeks, and that dream was very prominent. That dream was like, all of them, if they're gonna come true, they're gonna be like real strong dreams. I'll have them at a certain time in the morning. So it's not gonna be like overnight. It's gonna be, I'll go to sleep, I'll wake up the next morning, 4, 3, 4, 5 ish, and then when I go back to sleep, that's when I'll have it. So I always make note of them. So I did have the dream. It was a little less than 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks. And like I said, the second dream was that I went to labor at around 28 weeks. So I'm hoping that that one does not come true. Um, I'm really, really praying that it doesn't. And that was just the fluke. Cause like I said, some of them are just the fluke. Like I have been having dreams about me having a girl. I don't know what I'm having yet. I have a strong sense it's the boy, which when I had my sons, I was dreamed a girl. But I don't know. Like I've been having um, weird dreams. But those, the ones that I do note of, I always they're the ones that really come true. So I'm hoping that the second one doesn't. I'm hoping that that one doesn't. Um, so we shall see. So I'm trying to. Right now, I can't do anything other than that. I'm gonna show you guys a belly shot. This is a week. Like I said, week 29. I'm 28 weeks in 2 days. Today, Sunday. Don't don't mind the ketchup stain on my shirt. I just got done eating a hot dog. But and I feel like I'm huge. Like I feel like I haven't been this side. I wasn't this big. I'm gonna have to turn. I don't feel like I was this big with my, which I know you're bigger with your other pregnancies, but um yeah, I'm only 28 weeks, and some days I'm bigger, some days I'm smaller, depending on where baby is, and I think baby is low, because I don't feel him as much in my placenta. I'm pretty sure it's like right in here. I know it's anterior, but I feel like it's because I don't feel him kicking right here. I feel him here and down here. So I think I'm assuming he's right here, or not. It's not right there, but like right up in here. So I don't, like I said, I don't feel him moving as much, and that's normally when he's here. Um, Normally, sometimes when he comes up, my stomach just goes straight down. Right now, I think, like I said, right now I think he's low. I'm gonna insert a picture as well that I took on Friday, the day I turned 28 weeks. But this is my belly. Yeah, y'all see all that. This is my belly. 28 weeks, y'all. I'm like, how much? I don't know. But when I sit down, I don't look pregnant. So, whew, now I gotta pee. Well, now I do. Now I look pregnant. But sometimes depending on where baby is. But anyway. So yeah, that's the best recap I'm gonna do for right now. Yeah, like I said, I was in a very bad headspace. So I was like, I couldn't get on camera or do anything. I was too far gone. Um, but I'm gonna try to get back on it because we're doing better now, mentally, and socially, as far as with my husband. Like I said, if you listen to my podcast, then you probably kind of get to understand. I haven't recorded an episode where we get into depth, but I will do that. I'm going to see if my husband wants to join in and do that one. I think that's pretty much it for this video. I'm just catching you guys up on what's been going on. And like I said, I have MFM, endocrinology, and um, my OB appointment this week. So I'll be jumping back into my videos. And also, after that, they'll be every 2 weeks. I'm not sure. I'm going to tell them to schedule them. They already scheduled them, but they scheduled them wrong. I should be every 2 weeks now. They did something like every 3. They did something wonky. So I'm gonna tell her to correct that. But I'm gonna tell her if they're not gonna do anything, then I'm not coming because I'm not gonna just let them listen to my heartbeat. I'm not gonna do all that because I have to drop my chair. No. I'm gonna tell them to schedule it, and if I need them, I'll keep it, but I'll cancel is if I don't need them. So that's how we're gonna do that, because y'all not gonna waste my time. I don't want to waste y'all time just to come up there and I don't know, but because I need my urine checked, so I'm probably just gonna drop by, check my urine, and keep on kicking. Y'all ain't finna keep me in no room. But anyway, so I hope you guys had a good weekend and have a great week. I'm trying to go ahead and get this video uploaded today or tomorrow. It depends on if I connect. Yeah. If I, yeah. I'm gonna see you guys because I gotta get my thoughts together. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next update.